Hello! Cupid is a low-end Extreme Demon Mega collab hosted by creator VIP and verified by famous verifier Zeronium. 51 other creators helped make this level, with some of them being famous, well-regarded community members, and some of them being into plagiarism. The level has a very dominant modern style and is themed around love. For more information about what love is, please refer to your local therapist. This level is VIP's final level of version 2.1, and I and many others wish them the best of luck in their future with their creative goals. Unless they decide to have a part in yet another Phobos remake, in which case I will not be supporting them. Alright, hello everyone, it's me again. Today we're going to be playing Cupid by VIP and more. I explained what it was in the intro already, so I don't have much else to say about it. Before we get into the tutorial, I would like to share that I do have a YouTube membership. I don't really shill it that much, but I will be shilling it now because I am desperate for money. In all seriousness though, I do only have one tier of YouTube membership for 99 cents per month. I don't plan on raising the price, and I also don't plan on adding any new membership tiers. Currently, the only perks I have for members are you can view certain uploads of mine early, and that I put your name at the end of my videos during the outro. I do plan on adding more perks, but yeah, if you really just do want to support my channel, you can do it through memberships, and I really would appreciate it. Anyways, on with the tutorial. I'm gonna try a new algorithm for trying to do these tips and tricks segments in my videos. So in these tips and tricks segments now, I will just be going through the video and telling you if there's any choke points, how to deal with them, if there's any hard clicks, how to deal with them, and if there's any skips that I found that might be easier than the normal path, I'll show you them. We're gonna go into the tutorial now, and I'll give you guys some tips and tricks. So the first part in Cupid is a pretty hard and learny ship part. The more controlled you are with your clicks, the better this part feels to play, and the more consistent it gets. As you can see, I'm doing it in a fairly small amount of clicks. These upcoming green orbs at this cube section are pretty hard. What I would recommend doing is that if you see the blue pad on top of the cum splash, you're gonna want to tap the green orb almost immediately after hitting the blue pad. And then right after, you can just hit the second green orb really late, and then that should be fine. And if you really want to, the timing right before the cum splash, you can definitely time that earlier if you want to. It should get your alignment better. After this pink dash orb in this cube section, you can actually jump on top of the spikes because there are hidden platforms on top of them, which means you don't really have to time them really, you just have to land on the spike and then jump, which is what I'd recommend doing for this section. Right before the drop, you have a green orb timing that is pretty strange and sort of difficult. Something I would recommend is buffering the click right before the green orb. That way you can go to the green orb and just time it a little bit late. This will make it really consistent and you can almost always do it, and that actually leads us into one of the first skips that I discovered for this level, which is in this wave section right here, where you can skip the blue gravity portal at the very top of this wave and therefore skip the blue orb. I do recommend this if you just don't like this wave, as I don't. I personally just did the wave as it was intended, but if you really want to skip this blue portal, you can. It might be harder, it might be easier, it just depends on you. The rest of this wave though is very difficult, and I would definitely recommend practicing it because of just how hard it is. After this pair of triple spikes right here, there is a ship section that is pretty hard if you don't learn it. What I would recommend doing is just doing one click upwards like this, and one click downwards like this when you enter the yellow portal. Feel free to correct yourself if you want, but controlling your ship is very important here. There is a skip here in this wave section if you really want to do it. All you have to do is just time this wave click really late, and then you can just go through the spikes and then you can just go up. This skip is not recommended for me because I'd rather just do the extra 2 clicks, but if you really don't feel like doing them, this skip is totally worth it. During this ball part right here, you can actually just buffer the first click because of the correction portal, and the blue orb right after it, if you notice on the top platform, there are 2 blue pads. As soon as you hit the first blue pad, just hit the blue orb right away. You can hold if you want, you can do whatever, just make sure you do that. And then you can buffer the black orb right after, and then you're at the post drop. Now, the post drop of Cupid does really test your nerve control. A lot of things I would recommend doing are seeing which timings you have to do early and which timings you have to do late. For example, most of the dash orb timings in this part can be done late, and a lot of these platform timings can be done early. This post drop is basically just a combination of your nerves and your timing skills. and if you can't really get this whole post-drop down, you have a really bleak chance of actually beating the level. This post-drop is really hard for a low-end extreme. Anyways, after this final click, you get to the end of the level. Now, this is where I usually give my recommendation rating for a level, and I will tell you who I recommend this level to and if I recommend the level or not. First of all, I would recommend this level to anybody who likes click sync gameplay or just overall newer gameplay styles. If you're not into older gameplay styles, such as from before update 2.1, you likely won't really like this level at all. And in terms if I recommend it to just the general public, I would say I don't really recommend it, but that's just because I wasn't too big of a fan of this level. Anyways, I do give this level a recommendation rating of 6.5 out of 10. It's not that I don't recommend it, it's just that I have personal stuff with it, but overall, if you just enjoy newer gameplay, it's for you. Anyways, that's all I have to say about Cupid for now. Let's go on to my completion. Oh my god. Jesus. I don't know why I'm so surprised about that. At least I didn't die to the robot. Can I just be over with already, please? Thank you. Whew. Okay. Alright, that was Cupid. In terms of enjoyment, I gave Cupid a 5 out of 10. I had a lot of gripes with the gameplay because it felt like there was a lot of choke points and choke point clicks that I really didn't like dealing with, and it felt pretty unbalanced. I'm fine with unbalanced levels, but this level just felt more unbalanced than other levels. I specifically didn't really enjoy the second half of the drop, and I really didn't enjoy just the entire pre-drop. It just felt like a chore to get to the drop most of the time, even when I was consistent with the pre-drop, and it was just really annoying. I did, however, really enjoy the first half of the drop and the post-drop. Those were actually pretty good parts of the level, though I would still change them quite a bit, because the post-drop is quite hard. Despite all my gripes with the gameplay for Cupid, I did give it a 7.5 out of 10 for decoration. If you've been watching me a while, you do know that I am a sucker for modern style decoration, and this level's decorated in modern style, and I think it executes it pretty well. The reason I gave it a 7.5 and not higher is because I think other levels do it better, such as RTX On. And yes, I know, I overglazed that level. It also does feel like in some parts that the decoration is a bit emptier or lacking, but I'm not gonna blame the creator for that because it's a mega collab, and overall it was pretty good. I do specifically think that the strong points for the decoration were in the effects. The effects were really good, and I can't really comment on block design because it's the nature of modern to not really have intricate block designs, but the block designs that are in Cupid are pretty good. I really didn't like the backgrounds though. The backgrounds felt pretty strange to me, but that's just me. Anyways, yeah, this is the completion that I'm giving you guys for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I know a lot of GD players are lonely, but it's a very nice holiday to get out and just be with somebody. Once again, thank you to all my channel members. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're thinking about it, or if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe. It really does help me out. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.